make sure I'm not in a game, or I'm not in a party. I'm gonna get in a party and also accept his. Yeah, I know I'm not in my last party PlayStation. You don't have to tell me. Okay, and then I have to accept his invitation. Oh, game session no longer available. Okay. I'll try to get him in a game then. Okay. So, this is actually really late at night. So, yeah, hopefully this doesn't go too bad. If it does, then that's just a massive oof. But, you know, who knows? Now let me make sure. Okay. Sound does work. Everything really kind of works. So, I'm going to go paste this in Discord servers now. My team is pretty much similar to how it was the last time, except I do have Dwayne Haskins. Okay, fair enough, I can wear those. Send him the invite, so I don't know where he's at. Okay, he's gonna have to try to re-invite me. That's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-leave mode because otherwise, well, I'm gonna have to leave anyways, so might as well. Anyways, hopefully he should send an invite soon, but I know sometimes it takes some time to go through, so. Obviously, our goal here is to get at least, a win. There we go. Invitation has been received. stay with my current home. I don't want to be that guy that joins and then, you know, edits uniforms and goes through and edits the playbook. This guy's probably like, why the hell does he have Michael Gallup? Yeah, a lot of changes have been made to this team, that's for sure. Okay, we are getting the ball to start off this awaited game. I'm not going to return anything with him because I've seen how that has gone in the past. He's short, probably doesn't have the greatest carrying, so it's kind of an oof sometimes. Woo! Now, by the way, I do have Tevin Coleman. I forgot to mention that. That's wow. Something about the game speed feels off. I don't know, he seems to be getting, not necessarily glitchy tackles, but like, after he starts to make the tackle, it kind of glitches. What a play. And Marlon Mack gets stuffed. -5 yards on the day. That's why we have a backup running back, folks. Yeah, nah. Okay, and Marlon Mack technically gained 6 yards right there. But not all of them counted, apparently. I'm gonna run a counter here. Well, yeah, I'll run a halfback counter. Though maybe not. Ah. I'm gonna turn on my Discord just in case he has an objection to me going for it. Jesus, Haskins. That was a terrible pass. Okay, well, it's not too bad, though, because he is on the 4-yard line. Well, it has a user hit stick, but it wasn't even a hit stick. Come on, dude. That was just out of sheer playing mutt for so long type of reaction to try to go for the hit stick. I wasn't able to get out there in time. I read that correctly. I just couldn't stop it. Luckily, I don't have to worry too much about him running. Well, okay, running with Matt Ryan. Jeez, Devonta Freeman even broke a tackle from Leonard, who I'm pretty sure has secure tackler, but maybe that somehow changed. Nah, bro, I ain't running that. That's for sure. Yeah, I saw that play. The thing is, my defense isn't great. I'll admit. My defense is not a good coverage unit at all. So, if we go 0-3, at least this guy is calling different plays. That's what I do like, is that he's calling different plays and I don't have to worry about him not calling different plays. Although he's coming out in the same formation, but he's not doing the same stuff over and over again. That was a very realistic play as to what the Colts gave up IRL, where they kept constantly giving up stuff that shouldn't have been given up. I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to run man coverage because, you know, why does it keep wanting me to come out in that type of coverage? The man to buzz or whatever. That's exactly what I knew would happen if I ran man coverage. I legit was about to say it and started saying something else. But at least I can cover it. That's not a big deal. As long as I can cover that pre-play, that's not too big of a deal to me. Ain't going nowhere. Red zone is definitely not my favorite place. That's for sure. It's probably where I played my best defense, but it's the most, like, kind of hard place to play defense at the same time. For what? It's the kind of stuff right there that I hate. He gets stuffed. My defense played that perfectly, but just because he got stuck behind his lineman, he got rewarded. That's the kind of stuff that's so terrible about Madden. Prepared for practically anything here. I wanted to do that on the last possession, but it wasn't in my counters. Oh, he missed it. Let's go. If I would have taken my field goal down at the other end, then I'd be in a lot better of a situation because the field goal would tie it. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? Now I want Marlon Mack to have a good game, but it just doesn't seem to be something that wants to happen. So, oh well. Ah, okay. Well, I feel like running tight end attack once isn't that cheesy. I've been ignoring it the whole game. Oh my god, I hate Jack Doyle so much. He legit slows down when I throw the pass. Like, come on, dude. You're so bad. And Grant, I should have probably set my feet. I get it. But, still. I wasn't going to take any chances. I probably could have busted that for a big gain, but I wasn't going to take my chances. I got what I needed. I'm going to leave it at that. Looks like I might have a good hole. If this is shotgun, or no, if this is no halfback formation, which, okay, it's not. See, I just can't get Marlon Mack going. Am I running the Vikings playbook? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that. Huh. Well, the more you know. Oh, yes. Spencer Ware. Dude, in practice, he's the GOAT. Not gonna lie, in practice, this man is legit the GOAT. He does everything I could ever ask from him. Why is everything a play action? Like, seriously. I want nothing to do with your dirty play action game, but okay. Let's go. Oh no, I ain't running outside with Spencer Ware. Touchdown! That's the second on the season, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think I might have missed mine too. Nope. Vinatieri is good in Madden. Well, he actually had a decent game though, IRL. Not gonna lie. He didn't disappoint. Let's go, Vinny. Why is Vinny my kickoff specialist though? I could have just as easily blown him up there. Okay, let me get to who I want, which is Leonard. Because I can see it coming now. Oh, never mind. I want to run a man coverage, but I want to guard the outside because, as you've seen before, clearly what he likes throwing. Let's go. Let's go, Kamoko Ture. Dude, that's what he's good at. I'm going to stop running just man coverage because, you know, yeah. And 2-minute warning. I had a perfect blitz. I kind of want to convert Darius Leonard once he gets an X factor. I was read perfectly too. If he was faster, then that might have ended up. Well, no, I was pretty far away. That right there is what I hate. It's always when I'm not prepared to guard that he throws it. Thing is, if he scores a touchdown on this drive, it's game over. It is. Had I scored on my first drive, it would be a different story. But I tried to blow him up too many times. Let's go, Leonard. See, the thing is, this guy is now calling timeouts. That's why I'm not worried about calling timeouts on my own, is because he's calling them for me. Eh, smart strategy, right? And I'm gonna be the, well, oh my god. Like, dude, how is that fun? Or not fun, fair. Dog, wake up. My dog's down there woofing. Dog, hey. No, see, why? Why would I... You never run commit like that. See, now I'm in way better of a situation. I think my dog woke up though, so that's nice. I have all 3 timeouts, 54 seconds left. I'm not concerned. I'll be concerned if I screw up. A risky pass, but it paid off. A risky pass, but again, it pays off. Not the pass I should have thrown at all. Dude, I'm getting bailed by my receivers, not gonna lie. I'm gonna hop on Discord because I bet he's saying something right now. Oh, I thought he held on to that. That was scary though. I want something tricky like this that he's not gonna see coming. Fuck. I always screw up like that, and I hate myself for it. Now I have to kick him the ball. He scored a touchdown. I'm screwed. I had my chance and I screwed it up. I hate myself for that. I always do it. That's twice now in the red zone that I've screwed up. I can't be mad at him for being... okay, right? He played that perfectly, right? There's nothing else I could have done. I don't know what to do. Why is it that everyone else's running backs in this league just get the perfect holes, but when I run the ball, nobody can block? I have an elite offensive line, and nobody blocks. I have one of the best defensive lines. Everyone gets blocked. I'm not worried on this play. Dude, you. Dude, screw off. That's covered and you still throw it. Or at least it should have been covered. It should have been. But due to this game's crappy design, stuff like that BS can happen. He is legit about to break his back just to stay up. Okay, maybe not. But I've seen plays like that before where players legit act like they're playing. I can't even remember what the type of game is called now. But players like bend backwards just to stay on their feet. Because animations are the only thing that can tackle people in this game. And that's the truth, folks. The only way to win a game is if you get the animation and the other person doesn't. End of story. He's a garbage dude. Put me on the wrong linebacker, why don't you? Put me on the one that's covering him so that play's open. Why don't you? Figures the one time I am actually able to cover the running back, it puts me on the wrong player. Every other time, that linebacker is the one that covers one of the backs. And just so happens that this is the time that I cover it, and it's not the right person. All of his running backs can get gains, but God forbid I run the ball, right? With my basically run blocking offensive line. Am I right? I'm literally blitzing up the middle! What else am I supposed to do? This isn't fun. This game's so bad. At least he's not cheesing. I'll give him that. He's a good player, right? But why? Why? Why is the game so terrible? Why can't we have a Madden game where elite offensive lines do their job? I guarantee you his offensive line is half full of bums. Whereas my linebacker has one bad player who's on the left side of the line. And should be backed up by who other than Quentin Nelson. It's like right there, 64. Let go of his block. He's the bad one. I don't care. I am the Indianapolis Colts. There is no reason that I cannot run the ball. Oh, so you can't set your feet in this game either. Great. It's 2K now? You can't set your feet? He legit fell out of bounds. I don't know what kind of logic this game has, but he fell out of bounds. Literally, he reads it as soon as the play is called. Ebron's having himself a hell of a day, though. I should technically still be winning this game. Well, okay, no, maybe not. Okay, there's one drive where I forced it because I didn't have time, and then another where it was fourth down. All I want is for Marlon Mack to do good at least a couple of times. But see, I just don't know. What am I supposed to do to get him to be good? I have an elite offensive line. There's one bad player, and he was on the complete other side of the line. They can't block when they run, and apparently they can't even pass block. This shows how bad this game is. Now, granted, in real life, they apparently suck too, because they haven't been, playing the greatest. But how do you... How can one blitz and still play perfect pass coverage? Yeah, see, I only have a couple of routes on either of those that'll hit where I need them to hit. I hope that didn't wake anyone up. Got Madden, tried to kind of hit through the air with my controller and lost it and threw it. I'm a smart boy. Why? Why can I not ever get good run blocking though? I don't. Is it the run plays I call? I call what the play, or I call what it suggests. Do I have to call the same cheese plays every time that I want to run the ball? I don't think I woke anyone up, which is nice. Although at the same time, it's also not very comforting because if someone were to break into the house, nobody would know. Let's see, what's this comment? Yep, fumbled the controller. I don't understand it. I have one of the best. I know this voice crack. I have one of the best offensive lines in the league, in the game. Why can't they block? Everyone else's blocks but mine. I have two 84 plus running backs, neither of which can get past the offensive line. Thank you. I get better blocking on defense than I do on actual running plays. Like, seriously. I think my... You guys hear that? Yeah, that's my controller. That's my turbo button. My R2. Or RT, if you don't understand PlayStation controllers. That's the equivalent of RT on Xbox. Although I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. Like, seriously. I think I have like almost 10 rushes with Marlon Mack. Only one of them has made it past the offensive line, and it was in the red zone for like 6 yards. But in practice mode, they're gods. Absolute gods. What? Oh my god, my controller broke. I can tell you that much right now. Like, how does he get through that? He got more yards off of that play where he just got absolutely annihilated. Dude, I hate when my controller does that. It does that. It wants to spaz out sometimes. I don't understand why. I don't ever call my timeouts until I know that I pretty much have a good chance. Like, okay, right? If he doesn't get it here, call timeout. Right? The thing is, 2-minute warning. Once you get inside there, you pretty much know at some points when. Dude, it's so BS. You literally can see he was supposed to cover the running back, and then I switched the play, and all of a sudden his assignment changes. Literally said the running back. I'm pretty sure before I called the play, said the running back. I call the play, and it's not the running back. I just want to win one game. And it's not going to happen when all this dude can get on third down. Like, dude, it's literally stuffed by 4 people. Well, not 4 people, but I think like 2 or 3 people stuff that. But because this game is so animation driven, it's not going to happen. He's not going to get stopped. It's so annoying. Like, seriously. This game is so animation driven that simple stuff that shouldn't happen happens. I'm not going to bother calling my timeouts because he's going to win. He's winning anyways. What's the point? He's going to win. Simple. Right? I'm blitzing right up the middle. Guarantee you he gains at least 5 yards. At least. Oh, what'd you guess? 5 yards. It's so annoying. When I blitz up the middle, you should stop him. It's... Even goes... He's a small running back, and he goes through my defensive lineman. Hey, it's like he's not even existent. Oh my god, I didn't call my timeout. Oh my god, didn't call my timeout. I hate myself so bad. It's so annoying that I just want to quit this game. I want to quit it. I like playing football games. But when this guy can get away with running... I can't get mad at him. I can't. He picked what worked. He wasn't cheesing. He just knew what worked. It wasn't cheesy plays from what I know. It was just him being able to get perfect run blocks, and when I finally stopped his run, there were 2 plays that game where I could have single-handedly stopped his play, but it switched the coverage. Like, Madden just isn't fun. It's so animation driven. I like having other people to play with, but it's so annoying. At least it's better than the computer with its cheesy, like, glitchy runs, where, like, it'll be going one way, then just instantly, like, on a perfect cut, just go the other way. I hate when it does that. So bad. So now I have to wait until probably Wednesday to lose again. That's basically what's gonna happen. Is I have to wait so I can lose. It just is so ridiculously unfair that I think that 2K is a terrible game. I just I want to do good. I do. Now let me just look at, let's see, your rushing stats, right? On the season, Marlon Mack has had 19 attempts for 10 rushing yards. Literally, these 3 stats right here, most of at least Tevin Coleman's. Okay, actually, I'm pretty sure all of Tevin Coleman's stats, and Joshua Dobbs, and this guy, and Dwayne Haskins, all of their rushing stats have come from everybody else. That's what I hate. Why does nobody block? Now, I'm going to go through, right, and use how his offensive line performed, right? Now, I'm going to go through my offensive line. Okay, right. Glowinski, I'm not going to bother with him, right? But Quentin Nelson has 86 run block, 84 pass block, 88 pass block power, 85 run block finesse. You guys can see his stats. Really good stats. Now I think his abilities are screwed up. Yeah, his abilities are screwed up. But I did like threat detector, but at the same time it doesn't do much for me. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to convert him to tackle. Left tackle. Right, because I like outside running more. And I would rather have, you know, something like this. What are his abilities at left tackle? Power blocker. Blockers with this ability hold their blocks longer on power run plays, okay? And frequently attempt and win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs. See, those are pretty good abilities, right? And then I'm gonna move Sheriff. Pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. It's either Sheriff or Sheriff. I'm gonna move him to right tackle. And Marlon freaking Mack. I try my hardest to make you a successful running back, and you fail miserably at it. I don't know what it is about you in Madden that is just so absolutely terrible that nothing good happens. Nothing at all good happens when I run with you. Whereas in real life, you're Monster Mac. You're amazing. But in Madden, since everything is all about rigged animations, he can't do what he does in real life. Now I'm going to convert him to right guard. Just to hope that maybe their overalls go up. Now, see, this is my thought, right? Ryan Kelly. Okay, he's more of a pass blocker than anything, but center, that's not a key blocking position in my opinion, so I'm going to move Ryan Kelly to guard, and then Glowinski will go at center. So I'll have a 73 center, but everything else on my offensive line will be perfect. Nothing to complain about. Now, Dwayne Haskins, you had yourself a game. You may not have gotten yourself a passing touchdown. You were really close. But you didn't quite get it, bud. But I can't be mad. He threw accurate passes. That's something that Brissett didn't do. Brissett and Tyrod Taylor, they don't throw accurate passes. I noticed that in practice, too. Brissett whiffed so freaking many passes. And then here comes Dwayne Haskins trotting on the field, being, the best QB on our roster. Trade a first-round pick for him. That's not too bad. And most of my picks are gone now. But, hey, our team's doing pretty good. I don't understand, right? How it is even remotely possible for someone to do that good with Tevin Coleman, with the 49ers offensive line. Now, I just want to check something, right? Passing. Not passing, wait, no. Blocking. Let's see here. Braden Smith. You know what? No, you had 4 at the beginning of last game, so I can't get mad at you. Mark Glowinski. You allowed 1, but you're a center now, so hopefully you won't allow any. But as you saw, most of my offensive line was super good. I have one bad position, and that's my center. Center's not that key of a position. Now, I'm going to go to his roster, right? Starting at left tackle, 79. Left guard, 68. Okay, center, like I said, not that much of a key position. A 70, who's actually injured, so a 69. And another 69. So explain how he gets more blocking than I do. Explain it. Right? Okay, right? 67, 69, 89, which doesn't really matter because he's a center, right? A 68 and a 79.
Then you go to my offensive line, an 86, an 83, a 73, an 81, and an 86. How is it even remotely physically possible that anyone gets through this offensive line? Especially, look at this defensive line. Granted, the defensive tackles, they aren't great. But everything other than... Okay. Never mind. I mean, I can understand why they beat us in the passing game. But last game, that was absolutely atrocious. Did he even throw an incomplete pass? I don't think he did. Because most of his passes were always wide open. I just want to win to know that, okay, right? If I can't beat the Raiders guy, I might as well tank on purpose. Let's see here. Hold on. So Jets at Patriots. Hold on. So, if I'm correct, stats. See here. Patriots. Patriots guy re-signed Antonio Brown, which he wasn't supposed to do. And yet Antonio Brown still has 3 games played out of the 3 weeks, meaning this guy is going bye-bye. Just message Matt. Boom. Okay, now let me make sure my mic actually works. Okay, yes, my mic does work. Surprising. But I hope you guys get my frustration. It just is so annoying. Absolutely annoying. I have an elite offensive line that cannot block. I have, Jack Doyle, who's basically a sitting rock. Well, okay, a walking rock. Tevin Coleman, who has been pretty garbage this season for me. Well, not garbage, but has been, let's just say, not very great this season. And then Spencer Ware, he's pretty much the GOAT at this point. I might start him, I don't know. And Marlon Mack. Marlon motherfreaking Mack. I can't even begin with this individual. You suck so badly in this game that I would rather take a garbage can and put it out on the field. A garbage can could get further than you, Marlon Mack. Average yards per game. 3.3, opposed to Tyrod Taylor, who's only played one game and still averages better. Tevin Coleman, 3 games played, averages way better. I just don't understand it. It's so frustrating, and I can't take it. I heard somewhere on some YouTube video the other day that there's some perfect simulation version of Madden out there that like only EA has, and it's like a super rare thing. If EA Sports has the perfect simulation football game and they haven't released it, it's because they know they can make more and more money off of slowly releasing new features. And eventually it's going to come back to bite. Oh wait, no it's not, because they'll wait until they're about to lose the license to release their perfect simulation. That's right, when you're about to lose the license, EA, that's when you'll actually kick into gear and realize, oh, maybe we should release the actual good version of these games. Right? I hope it's a marketing tactic. There is absolutely no way that a company could be this bad at making a football game in 2019 if in 2005 Sega, I'm pretty sure it was, or no, it was 2K. What am I saying? 2K, I'm pretty sure Sega and ESPN made ESPN Football 2K5. The commentary in that game was great. The presentation in that game was great. Now keep in mind, this game's been out since before I was born. No. Since 2 years after I was born. So, I was born in 2003. Actually, no, a year after I was born. This game has been out for 15 years. And the commentary still, okay, not necessarily feels fresh, but I don't hate listening to it. I have commentary off on this game. When you run a fade route into the back of the end zone, you throw it, it goes to the corner. What? An actual accurate pass that's gonna be put where only your receiver can get it. What? Have you ever heard of that in Madden before? No! It's so bad that, 15 years ago, other than graphics, that game still is the best football game in history, simulation-wise. For being out on such low-end consoles, and it came out for $20 too. That's the reason that they lost the license, was because they knew that EA Sports was a bigger company and they had to push out their game somehow. And they gave everyone the masterpiece that was ESPN Football 2K5 for $20. You know what EA did? They got scared, lowered their price, and then bought the license. That's right, EA got scared and bought the license so 2K can no longer make NFL games. They could make a football game, but not an NFL game. Now, I'm not going to say that 2K is a perfect company, because they're absolutely not. But whoever the developers of 2K5 were, those people are absolute amazing people. Point blank period. They found a way to release practically the same game from the last year, but better. This game is supposed to not be the same game from last year. No, it's supposed to be all great with the Pro Bowl that they took out a few years ago, right? Yeah. You could use Pro Bowl teams in regular games if you wanted. What? On ESPN football, that's how it worked. What? Can't do that in Madden. You can't pick the Pro Bowl teams. Let's see here. On ESPN Football 2K5, they had an in-depth franchise. Let's see here, right? In ESPN Football, you go to free agency, right? Let's say that I was in need of a tight end. And I go over here and I think, ooh, Will Tye, right? I kind of want to sign him. In 2K5, let's say I see, oh, okay, he's 27, right? It would show the interest meter on each type of offer I try to give him, right? I could go up any amount of money I want, basically. On here, you're limited to a 1-year deal that you cannot renegotiate until a specific spot in the season. It is locked until the very end of the season. And you don't know how much you're going to ask for. So let's say that you have a couple of other big superstars. You don't know if you can pay them, let's say if you find some good steal out of free agency. You don't know if you can pay them. Or let's say I'm in need of, this left end. Let's say that, I want to sign him to, let's just assume he's not 35. And let's assume that he's, got star development, and let's say he's 25. I see that, and I'm like, okay, I want to sign this guy. I want to start him because he's star development and he's young, right? In 2K5, I signed him for maybe 3 years. Simple. How can you not perfect it, EA? Are you that lazy and so out of touch that simply putting the ability to negotiate contracts with people who are in free agency is not a thing? Oh, and not to mention how, let's say that you start a franchise. Let's say there's a specific player that, you want, right? You see he's in free agency before you start the franchise. You start at preseason week 1. The computer will possibly sign that player before you even get into the franchise. While it's, quote, simulating preseason week 1, even though that's not what it's doing, it's just loading you in. The computer is out there possibly stealing the player you want without you having a single chance. Let's say that you want to try to work on a player's specific stats. You can't, go in and, earn upgrades through a game or something, then pick a specific player you want to upgrade. Right? You have to earn upgrades for each individual player, which I suppose that's good. But why can't you earn, upgrade points as a whole team? So that way, let's say you have a player that's regressing that you want to keep for another year. You don't have to get rid of him just because, let's say this guy right here, right? Let's say he's an 80 overall. He's 35, right? He's only 73, right? The easiest way that they could make this game better would be if, let's say, I had, 10 team upgrade points, right? And maybe that could go into giving him a practice of his own where he gets a really good amount of XP or something like that. So you still have to work towards it, But like, I got gold on a drill earlier on all Madden. Keep this in mind. On all Madden, and got 300 XP for Dwayne Haskins. Does that sound fair, EA? A full practice, I get 300. To see if you would add what I want you to add into the game. You know, this guy, I could sign him for 2 years and set him up to be an 80 overall both years, if I so wanted to, but I would also be sacrificing other parts of the team. So let's say someone like Dez Bryant. Well, I want Dez Bryant from the Eagles, because that's who he's on right now, but he's old, he'll start regressing. If I have the team upgrade, the team practices, or just something where you like earn like a certain, like, okay, let's say maybe if instead of doing it to where you just simulate the whole week, maybe do what 2K5 did, where you have to manage your time for the week each day to get your players to do their practices, to get them to be good. They did that game so perfectly that I don't want to hear anybody ever complain about it. Point blank, period. We cannot dismiss the fact that that is the greatest NFL game of all time. And they lost the license because EA got scared. Anyways, that's going to wrap up the episode. Sorry about the long rant. You probably didn't stay for it anyway. See you guys in the next one. Peace.